Who are the chosen ones? You may have heard this phrase echoed in sacred texts, whispered in spiritual teachings, or spoken boldly in countless videos. But what does it truly mean? Today, we walk into the mystery behind this ancient and electrifying question. This isn't merely an exploration, it's a journey of recognition, a path of remembering, a sacred unveiling to help you realize if you, too, are among those called to a unique spiritual purpose. Watching this, or rather, feeling this, may forever change the way you see your life, your purpose, and your place in the greater design of all things. We begin not in books or traditions, but in the quiet whisper that lives inside you. The one you've heard since you were a child. The pull that told you you're different, that you came here for something more. To be chosen is not to be better. It is to be awake when most sleep. It is to feel deeply in a world that has gone numb. It is to hold a frequency that does not blend with the status quo. You, dear listener, are not here to conform. You're here to transform. So let's walk this path together. Spiritually, being a chosen one means you have been marked not in body but in soul. You carry a blueprint, a spiritual signature that sets you apart. You feel more. You see more. You question more. You wonder why others don't notice what's so obvious to you. That's because your soul is operating at a higher vibration, tuned into divine frequencies that many cannot yet hear. A chosen one is not made in the eyes of others. They are born through fire, through trial, through rejection, isolation, and pain. While others may seek comfort, the chosen are pushed into discomfort so they may grow, so they may rise, so they may remember. In every generation, a few are selected, not by favoritism, but by divine design. These are the ones sent to guide, to heal, to awaken, and to carry their bloodlines and their communities toward light. You may have noticed that you think differently from your family. You love deeply, but often feel misunderstood. You speak truth, even when your voice shakes. And often, others don't receive it well. They label you, misjudge you, distance themselves from you. But that's part of the path. Because to be chosen is to be separated, not for isolation, but for elevation. From childhood, you may have felt like you didn't belong. Like the people around you were playing a role you couldn't quite fit into. You may have even wondered if you were adopted or sent here from somewhere else. That's because your home isn't merely this world, it's the divine, and your spirit remembers. Chosen ones often suffer early in life. Many are wounded healers born into chaos to become the calm, born into dysfunction to become the clarity. You may have known heartbreak too soon, betrayal too deeply, loneliness too often. But each of these became the shaping tools of your soul. The chosen are not immune to hardship. In fact, they endure more than most, because they are here to overcome, to turn pain into wisdom, to become light through darkness. Your trials are not punishments. They are your initiation. You may notice that others are drawn to you, especially the broken, the lost, the searching. They feel something in you that they can't explain. A gentleness, a wisdom, a sense of safety. But this often leaves you drained, especially when you give and give without return. And yet you keep giving. Not because you expect praise, but because it's who you are. Generosity is written into your spirit, not just materially, but energetically. You listen when others ignore. You care when others turn away. You forgive, even when it hurts. And though this kindness has been taken for weakness, it is, in truth, your greatest strength. You are not here to blend in. You are here to stand out, to question what others blindly accept, to break the cycles others repeat. You notice what others overlook. You feel when something is off, even if no one else says it. Your intuition whispers things to you that others cannot hear, And though you sometimes doubt it, it is rarely wrong. There is a knowing inside you, an inner compass that speaks of things beyond this life. You feel as though you've lived many lifetimes, as though your soul carries memories not written in history, but carved into spirit. You are not interested in small talk or superficial things. You crave depth, meaning, truth. You ask questions that unsettle people. You seek answers that religion, tradition, and society cannot always provide. And that's because your soul remembers a higher truth. Chosen ones often feel displaced in this world, as though they're not from here. You may long for a place that doesn't exist on any mappa soul home, an energetic place where you feel fully understood. But know this, you are that place for others. You carry home in your energy. Even when others don't understand you, you carry a conviction, a deep sense of purpose that won't let you quit, even when it hurts, even when you're alone, even when everything around you says give up. But you can't, because your soul was designed to rise. People may dislike you for no reason. They may reject you, gossip about you, attempt to discredit you. But it's not you they hate, it's the light you carry. That light exposes their darkness. And darkness always resists the light. You may not understand why someone turns against you, but your presence activates something in them, something unhealed. Even so, do not dim. Even when it's hard, keep shining. You were sent to certain families, certain environments, certain relationships, not by accident, but by divine strategy. You were sent to elevate the vibration, to break curses, to end cycles, to bring something new, something true. Sometimes this mission feels like too much. You question if you're imagining it all. You question your strength. You wonder if it's worth it. It is. Because every breakthrough you create, every healing you spark ripples into generations. The chosen ones often find joy in solitude. You observe the world. You don't rush. You feel the spaces between words. You see what others overlook. And often the most sacred downloads come to you in the silence. The noise of the world is too loud. But the stillness, that's where your guidance flows. Animals are drawn to you. Children trust you. Strangers tell you their life stories. Why? Because your energy speaks before you say a word. You emit a frequency of safety, of light, of truth. Even when your own heart aches, you comfort others. Even when you're exhausted, you encourage them. Even when you're uncertain, you walk in faith. This is not weakness. This is the weight of the mantle you carry. But you are not alone. You are watched over, guided, protected. There are unseen forces walking beside you, divine energies that guard your path. Every delay, every detour, every rejection was part of a divine rerouting. You haven't been abandoned. You've been redirected. You are a lighthouse in a stormy world. You are the breaker of chains, the whisper of truth in a chorus of lies. You are the one who sees the deeper story, the sacred thread running through the chaos. And your presence is proof that even in a world steeped in darkness, light still rises. So if you've ever felt like you didn't belong, like life has tested you beyond reason, like your heart breaks too easily, your mind questions too deeply, and your spirit burns too brightly, know this. You're not broken. You're chosen. And your time is now.